Ladies and gentlemen, friends, educators, teachers, pre-service teachers, students, my name is Moshe Schneer. I invite you to a journey after the meaning in a post-Holocaust world. I am a teacher of Jewish philosophy and history in Oranim College of Education. I'm a second generation to Holocaust survivors and founders of the first Holocaust museum in the world, the Ghetto Fighters House. And together with you, I want to look for meaning in a world that its meanings were shattered by the Holocaust. The Holocaust is a watershed event. It is a destruction of a whole civilization, and also the destruction of our faith in ourselves, in the world. When we look at the world after the Holocaust, we face very troubling questions. Questions about ourselves and our identity. What is it to be a man after the Holocaust, a human being? What is it to be a European, an educated person after the Holocaust? Europe is struggling until today with its identity after the Holocaust. The Holocaust happened in the midst of the most culturalized and civilized society. What is it to be a German after the Holocaust? The Holocaust is part of German identity, German biography. The Holocaust is part of the history of Christianity. What is it to be a Christian after the Holocaust? Many Christians did not stand up against Nazism and German policies of destruction, and Christianity, as we know, played a major role in inflaming anti-Semitism, the hate against the Jews. What is it to be a Jew after the Holocaust? When we look at ourselves as Jews, we see an ocean of helplessness, of weakness. We are not proud at what we see, what happened to us in those days. We face despair. Why to raise our kids as Jews and maybe exposing them to a chance of a second Holocaust in the future? We don't know, but we have to think that Auschwitz can be somewhere in the future. What is it to be an educated person, a teacher, an educator after the Holocaust? When we teach our students, when we educate our kids, we're not only teaching them disciplines of mathematics, geography, history. We believe that we are making them better people. But do we make them better people? When we look at the Holocaust, we see that educated people were not stronger in those days, in the ghettos, in the camps. Among the oppressors, the victimizers, there were many people with education, with academic education. And when we look at the opposite side, at the righteous among the nations, we cannot say that the proportion of educated people is higher in this group. So when we look at our students and we tell them, we try to make you better people, they ask us why. These are serious questions. And we live in a very populated planet. We face problems, global problems of shortage of food and water and political violence. And we have to be responsible to what we see in our world, but without giving decent answers to these questions, we cannot carry this responsibility. We are armed up to our neck today. With a push of a button, we can destroy this world 10 times. So how we face this responsibility? And this is where we ask you to join us in this exploration of meaning. It is not a regular class, a regular course when I teach you something that you don't know. The historical data is in the book, in movies, in documentary films. You all know what happened. The question is what we do with what we know today. This will not be a regular course. It will be a course of joint exploration, of discussions, of trying to understand our values, the perspective we see to our society, to our culture. And then we invite people to join from all parts of society, teachers, educators, Jews, Christians, Muslims, from Israel, from Europe, from everywhere, who feel that this chapter in human history may be a barrier to our future and also may be a door that will open us into a new future. So this is the adventure, the joint adventure that I'm inviting you to join me in this course.